Hi guys, welcome back to the Colourful Table channel. I am Skilljim, of course. How's everyone doing? It's been a while. I've got a bit of a mountain of boxes to be unboxing. Been very busy recently, obviously with Shenmue World and just bits and bobs, been here, been there, been everywhere, and just not been able to get around to actually opening some of these parcels. Well, obviously I could open parcels if I wanted to, but there's a few things here that I kind of wanted to save the camera. Maybe even warranted like its own video, but honestly it's been so long, I'm just going to crank them all out in one go now. So yeah, just put out a status update on Shenmue World. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. That's on Kickstarter. Almost over the finish line in terms of production. We're just waiting on a few more items. In fact, we're only really waiting on Shensun's comic and the magazine itself, so that will be sorted very soon. This is going to kind of be a little bit similar to, you know, like a Happy Console Gaming game stuff video or Adam Koralik type of thing, where we're just going to go through quite a few packets that I've purchased myself recently. A few things going on. We're using the letter opener of the 7 stars to get stuck in. So first up, this is a package from Amazon Japan. You might have seen on Twitter, or I don't know where you guys like find your news, maybe like SEGA bits or something. This that you're seeing at the back isn't the item, but the item in question is the SEGA Rally Championship CD soundtrack. So yeah, I saw this pop up on Twitter. We talked about it a little bit in the Shenmue Dojo Discord. Love SEGA Rally on the Sega Saturn, of course. You've seen my Sega Saturn collection that we went through and ended up selling it all quite recently. And yeah, just sort of in advance of my move, that's this ongoing thing. It's going to take a while. But yeah, move to Japan is what I was going to say there. So essentially I could have probably purchased this from Japan when I got to Japan, but I don't want to take the risk that this may be out of stock by the time that happens. We're still like quite a few months away from that actually happening at the rate that it's going. So let's quickly check these out. Like I say, I've got quite a lot of packages to go through, but we're going to have a good look at everything. I've actually got the camera a bit higher, so I can't really see what you're kind of looking at. Hopefully all this is in focus. Apologies if not, guys, but yeah, here is the SEGA Rally Championship 1995 International Rally 30th Anniversary Album. Awesome screenshot there of what appears to be the front of the car, the vehicle. SEGA Rally Championship. Comes with the Sobi strip, of course, so from the arcade to the Saturn, kind of saying there. 30 years, can't believe it's been 30 years. I mean, 1995. Technically next year, I suppose, is the 30th. Although I don't know if it actually released in arcades before 95. Or maybe it's like FIFA, where it's like the year before. So it possibly could be exactly 30 years, which is, I assume, is probably why they've released the soundtrack now. There is another one that actually has just been announced. When I checked to go on and to order that as well, it wasn't available. What was that? That was Burning Rangers. So there's actually a 30th anniversary Burning Rangers soundtrack that's going to be released as well on CD. I'd personally prefer these to be on vinyl, now that I'm collecting video game vinyl, but they're still pretty awesome. Pop this in the car. So it's got, how many discs? It's got 2 discs. You can pause and see the track listing there if you're interested. Some nice artwork of the actual different model types of the arcade units. So obviously the full sort of sit-down car cabinet, and then the 2 dual sort of Versus Racing, slightly small. Well, I say smaller model. It's wider, of course, but not as long. And then the Saturn version. So then would be the arcade Model 2 soundtrack sort of stuff going on there, and yeah, the model. Well, the Sega Saturn / PC actually. I was going to say Model 2 Saturn. Just because I was already said Model 2. And it looks like we've got some liner notes in Japanese from a few of the original developers there, which is pretty cool to see. and then the karaoke lyrics for the karaoke track that's included, My Dear Friend Rally. I'm not going to sing that for you currently, anyway. Some staff credits in English on the back. Let's check out these CDs. So I've noticed straight away, there's all like almost a foil effect going on there. Really, really nice. Hopefully that's showing up on camera, how nice the CD looks there. I love it. They've sort of gone with the same artwork on the disc, on both of the discs. But yeah, very much screams Sega Rally. And then a nice screenshot on the back there. Kind of look like sort of blurry, sort of motion blur that they've got going on there. Very mindful. I don't know if this is going to be on camera, hopefully. But yeah, it looks really cool. So, how's everyone doing, guys? We're going to be running through... Why am I talking like it's the start of the video again? I was just going to say, I've got like recordings of stuff that I've done ages ago now. I went through like a full... Well, all of my Japanese Dreamcast games, all my Saturn Dreamcast games, like Japanese ones, a Michael Jackson set that I still need to edit. I don't know. I recorded the footage, at least I've got the footage. Eventually I will get there one day, I promise. So they're kind of a little bit outdated in a sense of, if I don't know if I was talking about anything like the move and stuff. Still ongoing. This is, it's the 2nd of November today, so just timeline-wise, just to get a good idea of where we're at. So yeah, basically look out for those videos. They will be on my channel at some point. When I've got a little bit more time, maybe after Shenmue World, or you never know, sometimes I upload a video and then I get a little bit of a taste for it, so I'll upload another. Leave some comments below. That always sort of like propels me into wanting to make more, that, you know, that I'm seeing that people are actually enjoying the content, watching my videos for some reason. So also included, because the postage was quite expensive, so I was looking, I noticed this. So I've actually got I don't think I showed it, but I have got a Sega Saturn Japanese sort of guide, perfect guide thing, a Dreamcast perfect guide, and this might not be by the same people, but this is kind of like the Game Gear perfect guide, which, yeah, you don't tend to see books primarily on the Game Gear, so I thought this would be a nice sort of pickup. It's a nice sort of coffee table, quite a small, almost sort of, I don't think I've got one to hand. Sort of, I suppose. This is in like a bag, me just sort of experimenting how a Shenmue World copy might arrive at your door. But yeah, you can see Shenmue World issue 3, and this is actually smaller than issue 3 of Shenmue World, but it still feels a nice book. Let's have a quick fan through. I'm not going to go through every page, but just to give you a general gist of this book, if you were interested in picking this up too. I think it was relatively cheap, and like I say, it just sort of made sense at the time to include it with the Sega Rally CD, just to not save on shipping it essentially, but take advantage of that shipping cost from Japan. So yeah, we've got some hardware, some nice boxes of all the original screaming Game Gear Mini to me, but I mean obviously the mini boxes are based off of these original pieces of hardware. You've seen some exclusive ones. There's a Virtua Fighter one that looks really cool, Minnie Mouse one I didn't even realise they made. I know the Coca-Cola one, is that not that one? It's like a red one that's Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola. That one there, of course. Yeah, that gold one's nice as well. So yeah, some lovely hardware variations. I didn't realise there was so much, to be honest, but obviously this is a Japanese book, so these are what would have been released in Japan. Then you've got the year there, 1990. Is that trying to say that there was 10 games that released in 1990? And these are the games. I've actually got columns Japanese, or I did have, I don't know if I sold that. I do and don't know actually what I've sold recently. To downsize, of course. Wonder Boy, G-Lock. Is that Dragon Crystal? It is. That's a great game, by the way. Some really cool games, actually. I'm not too familiar, actually, with the timeline of the Game Gear games. I just, as a kid, I don't know, just ended up with loads of games that my mum and dad bought me. I don't actually know when they originally released, but you can see there was 43 titles released in 91. One of those was Sonic, that I've just noticed. I wonder if these are in release date order. Maybe not. I don't know what sort of order they've gone for here, because Woody Pop, that's W, so it's not even alphabetical. Not quite sure. But very, very cool that you've got like the box art, screenshots, and a little written description. Of course, it's in Japanese. Slider, what a game. Shinobi 2. But very, very cool. I'm happy. Halley Wars, man, what a game. That is my favourite Game Gear game. I think it's technically it's like the sequel to Halley's Comet, was it called? Much, much better game in my opinion. Love the music, so catchy. Just a simple pick up and play game. It's like, it's timeless for me. I could just play it, whenever, forever. Fancy Zone on the Game Gear. This is a really nice book. I said I wasn't going to go through every page, but I'm actually just enjoying seeing the box art, the artwork, the games. There's Sonic 1 on the Game Gear. This is going to be nice to flick through. Space Harrier on the Game Gear. I don't think I've ever played the Game Gear version of it. Celeste, that had the that was sort of the bonus collector's edition Game Gear Mini, the white version, which we unboxed a while back, a few years ago now. Let's just get to 92. I was expecting to see some more Sonic titles there. Oh, there is Sonic and Tails 2. Love the box art. The Japanese box art is quite iconic on its, you know, even to us sort of English people over here, you know, that Sonic box art, stunning. Bare Knuckle, Streets of Rage. But yeah, you get the general gist here. I'm going to just show you through. There's some poster artwork there at the top here. So we're going through 93, just see Mortal Kombat. 94, Sonic Tails 2. Really cool boot this is actually. Lion King, Shin-Chan game there. NBA Jam 95. So it went on for quite a while actually. 96. Ooh, bit of a box art change there as well. G-Sonic. And then just some additional information. Information about the Micro. Game Gear Micro, that's what I was on about with the white Celeste bonus sort of Game Gear Mini. Some extra materials, artwork and posters, promotional, bit of an index thing going on there. But yeah, lovely, absolutely lovely book that. Would highly recommend that just based off of what we've just gone through there alone. I assume it's a complete Japanese release of all the games. And then again, I'm not sure if this is the same brand, I'm not sure, but this is the Xbox Perfect catalogue, so obviously a little bit bent actually, unfortunately there, the Obi strip, but this was the console that I picked up after my Dreamcast. Obviously a lot of the, Shenmue 2 mainly, did that for me because I was always going to go to where Shenmue was, and then Jet Set Radio Future of course, etc. So yeah, a very similar book. Again, not going to go through all of this, but let's have a look at all of the different Xboxes I've just seen there. Some really cool ones. That blue one's amazing actually. Love that, like Sonic Blue. But yeah, basically moved over to the Xbox and then just sort of fell in love with the original Xbox actually, like the original Halo, Project Gotham Racing, Gun Valkyrie, House of the Dead 3 was on the Xbox, right? Not making that up. But there's loads of, Crazy Taxi 3, loads of great games. There it is, House of the Dead 3, yeah, I wasn't making it up. This is actually a Japanese guide, obviously, so could be missing a shit ton of games depending on what was and what wasn't released in Japan, or it could just be a perfect guide in general, I'm not sure. That's say overseas software catalogue, it does actually, so probably just potentially all of the games that were released then. So yeah, real nice. Phantasy Star Online as well on the Xbox was great. So yeah, if you're interested in the original Xbox, that could be another great book to pick up as well. Some of these are really nice if they're part of the line. I think Perfect Catalogue was the Saturn and the Dreamcast, so I think the Game Gear one might not be part of that, but I think it's warrants a purchase. This one I sort of semi-opened just to have a quick look, and it was the Turtles, brand new Turtles game. What's that say on the back there? So that's got my address, so I won't show that off. But yeah, this is the latest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. We've had those nice 2D Turtles games with the Cowabunga Collection and Shredder's Revenge recently, but this is back to the sort of 3D beat 'em up type of game. Can be quite fun. They can be quite repetitive and, you know, like a 6 or 7 out of 10 type of game. I believe this is actually on the higher end of the rankings. I haven't actually looked at reviews, but I do feel like I noticed that a lot of people were more positive about this. So check out the Metacritic scores or whatever if you look at that sort of stuff, just to sort of get that, or a little gameplay trailer or something. But yeah, looking forward to playing that actually with my daughter. I think she'll like that. She's just sort of got into the original Ninja Turtles cartoons, which is really cool. Good parenting, actually. Right, let's do some Sega Shop stuff next. So this should be the pin of the month for the previous month, which was Beat from Jet Set Radio. Real nice pin. Nice logo on the back there. Not a pen, sorry, a coin. We'll put it in the collector's coin binder in a moment. And then this is October's, but I also picked up a t-shirt, Samba de Omega t-shirt. We'll have a quick check of that as well. And yeah, there should be October's coin. So now it's the 2nd of November. Is another new coin that we need to get at some point. We'll get there. So this shirt is, I bought it in large. I don't tend to like white shirts because you tend to be able to see like my, depends on how thin they are, my chest hair. But I don't think I've ever had a Samba de Amigo shirt, so I kind of had to have this, and it's awesome actually. Look at the print on that. Gorgeous print. It feels really nice. It feels thick actually for a white shirt, which is really positive for me. And the graphic covers up most of where my sort of chestal hair would be. I don't know why there's a 38 on the drums. Does anyone know? But yeah, Samba de Omega logo and sort of box art. Nothing on the rear, but a very nice Sega t-shirt. It's much nicer material actually than I was expecting. A bit thicker. So let's pop the coins into the binder. We are down to the last 4, which is good. We're going to fill this thing. Hopefully they do something similar next year, and maybe a little bit more variety, like not so much Sonic. Maybe we can get some more games in there. Really want a Shenmue coin, of course, or a Shenmue 2 coin. Let's pop that in there. So that's the Jet Set Radio one, and then the Eggman one's going to go there. I've seen actually that November's is the Sonic running one. So actually December we've got a nice one to fill there. We've got a Space Channel 5 one to fill. Let me show you the Eggman one. Eggman Robotics Core and Sonic the Hedgehog logo on the back there. These have come out really nice actually. You've got a nice texture to them with the black. Really nice metallic coins on sort of gold metal. So there we are, that's the current progress, guys. If you've been following my videos, obviously we went through all of these coins at some point. Really nice collection. Crazy Taxi, Be My Player 2, Choo Choo Rocket, Samba de Amigo, Tails, Chow, Sonic Rings, Knuckles, Eggman Robotics Core, and Jet Set Radio, with Sonic running. It's November, and December is going to be Space Channel 5. Lovely jubbly. Next up, I can't quite remember what this is, so this is going to be sort of a surprise. Yeah, I've got no idea what this one is. I'm trying to think as I open, and yeah, hopefully. Ah! very sharp, this bloody letter opener, the 7 stars. Gotta be very careful not to catch. Oh, yeah. Oh, cool, I forgot about this. So, this is cool. I wasn't expecting a bit... Wow, look at this sort of old school CD case. So this popped up on eBay, not the case, but at listings. And I don't think they show pictures of what the games were. But it's not a full set, but a decent sized set of OXM demo discs, which is the American ones. I was kind of hoping for and expecting the original sleeves, but that's okay. It was quite cheap for so many of them. So let's see, we got Xbox Demo Disc 2. I assume these are the US ones, I'm sure they were. It does say PAL though. It does say PAL actually. There's quite a lot. See, I thought I already had a full Xbox Demo Disc set. So I'll have to double check that I haven't ordered something. 56. It's in a foreign language actually, some of them are. It does say PAL. Very strange, I'm going to have to double check that because I thought they were the American demo discs for Xbox. And I was thinking, that's pretty cool because there was quite a few, there was like at least 3 that had Shenmue 2 content on them, and obviously for my Shenmue collection I thought, oh, that's a good opportunity. I know I've got one of them, OXM magazine Shenmue 2 demo disc thing, but I didn't realise about the other 2, but potential mistake there because I do have a full set, but they didn't go up to 56, so very confused, unless they're not official Xbox demo discs. They look official, but yeah, 56, 25, 27. I thought they only went up to like 29. I don't know why I've turned around to look at my shelf when my shelf's not there anymore. We'll move on. Potential mistake from me that I could have just rebought something that I'd already got. Just how the listing, I'm sure it was sharing screenshots, at least stock images, which is probably the issue. I've had this before where people show stock images rather than actually showing you what the item is. I'm pretty sure they were showing the American disc sleeves, but it doesn't matter. This last one's exciting. I've been sitting on this for quite a few weeks actually. I was going to make its own video, but yeah, whatever, it's too late now because we're going to throw it in with this. So we've had quite a mixture actually. We've not just had Sega, we've had a lot of Sega actually, with the Sega Rally, the Samba Diego, the coins, the Game Gear book. We've also had a little bit of Xbox with the Xbox book, the Xbox demo discs, and now a humongous box just for this. I'll be glad to get this out of my office. But it's the Tomb Raider 1, 2 and 3 Remastered Deluxe Edition collection. Loved the original Tomb Raider games back in the day. Obviously had Tomb Raider 1 that I loved to death on the Sega Saturn. I actually then shifted to the PC because I didn't own a PlayStation console until PlayStation. Actually, PlayStation 3 was my first console actually. First PlayStation console. But very late in the lifespan when it was cheap on offer with The Last of Us, when everyone was going on about that. So it was my very first experience with a PlayStation console. So I actually got Tomb Raider 2 and 3 on PC, which I really enjoyed because that sort of got me into PC gaming at the time, which yeah, was another awesome pastime of mine back in the day. A lot of awesome PC games I remember playing. Vigilante 8, Interstate, something else, whatever it's called. Carmageddon. Some dinosaur hunting game, Carnivores or something like that, I really enjoyed. And then some point and click adventure games, Broken Sword games. Yeah, I had Motocross Madness, Some awesome games actually on the PC back in the day. But yeah, that's a sort of a brief backstory history there. And then obviously when the Dreamcast came out, that's where we got Tomb Raider Revelation, Tomb Raider Chronicles, and actually I've never played Angel of Death, which is Tomb Raider 6. Again, for that reason, I think it was on the PC. I think I do own it on the PC. I just one game I've never actually put in and played. So I'm looking forward to the second set that's just been announced. They're doing the 4, 5 and 6 Remastered collection, which is awesome. So let's have a quick look at what you get in this. So you get a really nice steelbook here, Tomb Raider 1, 2 and 3 Remastered. Obviously not so much the original Tomb Raider, I don't know, rubbing her tits. But obviously I was trying to suggest that the originally were triangular. Very cool on the Great Wall of China there. It's like the start of 2, isn't it? Tomb Raider 2. And thus, saga begins. The story continues. Just off camera here, you've got Rio, Ren, and Shenhua sort of walking this way to the Cliff Temple, where the mirrors are. Laura actually got there first. That's actual lore, I think. It's funny. The official soundtrack here, which we've got on CD anyway, right? Or is this the full soundtrack digitally, and then the soundtrack greatest hits? So I don't think I showed that code. I'm not going to show the code that's on the back there because I kind of want it myself. But that is what you get disc-wise for the soundtrack. Quick look, actually. Yeah, there is a code. Right, also comes with this exploration map book, which I assume is going to be like an art book, like a mini, perfectly bound art book. Let's have a quick look. Spoiler warning. Well, we've already played 1, 2 and 3, so... Well, that's cool actually. I didn't realise that the original Tomb Raider came with the gold content as well. Map of the house. This is nice. Oh, it's actual maps. I thought it was an art book. That's sick, man. This would have come handy back in the day when I was playing the game. Why does it seem like it's upside down, that? Perspective-wise, that's messing with my eyes a little bit. That's like one of those puzzles where if you stare at it one way, it looks like it's coming down, like this area. Sort of like a 3D effect they've got going on there. St. Francis's Folly. I love that stage, you know, actually, where you're climbing up the big tower in the middle. Love that. Colosseum. Looking forward to playing this through again, actually. It's been so long since I played the original Tomb Raider. Really, really nice. Very difficult towards the end of the game. Great Pyramid. Then the Unfinished Business, so this is the gold stuff. Return to Egypt, Temple of the Cat. I don't think I've ever played this sort of stuff, actually. So I'm looking forward to that. Tomb Raider 2. Tomb Raider 2 Gold as well, so these are the additional content. Wow, I don't think I've ever played them, you know. Great Wall, Venice. Yeah, awesome games. What's your experience with the original 3 Tomb Raiders, guys? Tomb Raider 2 Golden Mask. Tomb Raider 3. Love the quad bike. And all the bloody monkeys on the first stage of Tomb Raider 3. And then even the bonus content for 3, I didn't actually know. Maybe I did know, I don't know. If I knew that there was additional content in 2 and 3. I do remember Tomb Raider Gold. And let's quickly check out the game. Let's do that quite well, eh? Chuck that over there. Just quickly, is this a sticker or a DL code? There's a 20% off code for some gear at tombRaider.com using the code CROFT20. No affiliation, of course. But yeah, discover Laura's original adventures, lovingly restored. Play the original 3 Tomb Raider adventures for the first time ever. Play the complete experience with all the expansions and secret levels on modern platforms in this definitive collection. Included game titles Tomb Raider 1 Unfinished Business, Tomb Raider 2 Golden Mask, and Tomb Raider 3 The Lost Artifact. Awesome, awesome stuff. Lovely steelbook. Nice map book. A CD soundtrack, greatest hits, and a full soundtrack DLC code. And that is going to do it for this video, actually, guys. So I have got another box, but I'm going to save it because there's more on the way. So in case you are a fan of my Sonic the Hedgehog Funko Pop videos, the one I did that was like my full Sonic collection Funko Pop thing, actually smashed it. It's like my most watched video ever at like 150k views, which is like mental for me, considering I've only got like 1,000 subscribers. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, maybe consider subscribing, sort of bring me more in line with that 150k video. What was I saying? Yeah, but if you've been following the complete Sonic Funko Pop collection sort of series thing, we did have a couple more after that, didn't we, where there were some new releases like the Amy and... not the Amy, the... What was it, Amy? There was a 2-pack. I think it might have been Amy and something else. But yeah, there's some more that's just been released. More on the way, coming from Australia with Pop Culture. I've got a box here that's got some of them. There's also a couple that are still sort of... maybe should be, but don't appear to have been released yet. It's still pre-order on the website, so... I don't know whether to just wait for everything to come and then do like a mammoth box again of the new releases. I might do that actually because, yeah, really exciting stuff. I wish they'd kind of stop with the Funko Pops because there's so many, and like I've got a lot of my stuff that should be in this office and currently in storage. So it's like we just keep adding to the storage with like these new Funko Pop releases and whatnot. So I don't really want to pick up too much more stuff. I think that's a mistake, but it is what it is. This stuff I think is awesome. Yeah, so that's the justification right there for you. Right guys, thanks very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed that one. I'll see you again on a new video very, very soon, unboxing Funko Pops. Maybe Michael Jackson collection or some Japanese video game collection stuff that I'd already recorded that I haven't actually edited together yet, but will do very, very shortly. Take care guys, and I'll see you very soon. I think I've just said that, but yeah, take care. I've said that as well. Bye.